This World Series Game 1 Picks edition of the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5, get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code MLB SGPN. Welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is Wednesday, October the 23rd. We are here to get stuck right into World Series Game 1, which takes place on Friday evening. Joining me on the eve of the World Series is Mr. Dylan Rockford. Dylan, I think I just said it's Wednesday. It is definitely Thursday.
It's Thursday, I was going to say.
Were you going to point that out? It's ages since I got the day wrong. I used to get the day wrong every day without fail. It was kind of one of the charming points of this show. But now on the stream, the new system that we use, the date's always at the top. So that little novelty has been taken away. However, I managed to get the day wrong today, Dylan. So back in mid-season form, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I was going to ask you, time zones are a little hard. In the United States, I think there's 4, 3, something like that. How many time zones are in Great Britain?
Mate, it's tiny. We've just discussed this off air. One. There's no need for any. There's a Central European time zone. Yeah. So if I travel 4 or 5 countries that way, into Central Europe, kind of. Like Hungary, that kind of place, that kind of Central European area. But no, mate, there's no need for a separate time zone here. I live on the east coast of the country. Newcastle, it's about 4 or 5 miles inland, but it's effectively on the east coast. I could be on the west coast. I could be looking at the other sea in an hour, 1 hour, 10 minutes.
I'm looking at the time zones for Europe. Obviously, Western is Great Britain, Iceland, a little Portugal. Then you have Central of all, obviously Spain, France, Germany, Poland, Hungary, like you were saying. Then it goes to Eastern. Then it goes to Russian and fucking Moscow time, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, once you get across there, you get an extra 2 or 3 hours. But there's no need for extra time zones where we are, mate. The place is tiny. I can't express to you how small this country is. It's absolutely nuts. Like, you just said to me you'd go on a 4-hour drive. Like, I used to talk to Munaf about this. You'd go on a 4-hour drive to visit somebody. Like, if I was going on a 4-hour drive, we'd plan it for 6 months. Like, if I was going to London, you'd have to book the time off work. You'd have to get the whole family. You'd get the car serviced so you could make sure. There's no way we would do those little round-the-corner trips that you seem to think is 4 hours away. Like, so.
Yeah. People travel an hour and a half, 2 hours to work every day.
Well, yeah, fuck that, mate. I could be 3 countries over by your commute. I could be in Switzerland by the time you've done that. World Series, mate. This is exciting. Yeah. We covered the entire series yesterday. Gave our picks for the correct score, the number of games, various things like that. So tomorrow. We get underway with game 1. How are you gonna consume it, Dylan? Do you sit and you gonna hit the bar, or are you just gonna get in front of the TV? What's the plan?
No, so Fridays are actually unfortunately busy for me. So I got a couple shows, but once it's like 7:30, tell the missus I just want 2 hours to myself to just watch the game. Probably been a long week, so I'll probably crack a beer and probably put in an unhealthy amount of bets. Yeah. And then I'll fucking have fun with it,
Fair enough.
Yeah, all I ask for is 2 hours. That's all. I don't ask for a lot in this world. I really don't. I just want 2 hours to watch the game.
I've got a couple of options because the game starts at 1 a.m. for me. Mm-hmm. But I don't have much to do on Saturday morning. Bob's got football, but not till lunchtime. So I could record the whole thing, maybe get up at 8 a.m. and then by the time I fast forward through all the ad breaks and innings breaks and stuff, I reckon I could get the whole thing watched in like an hour and a half before I have to take him to football at lunchtime. So
do you like doing that, or do you like watching it live?
I don't mind it. It's just something always goes wrong. Someone tells me the score, or I'll get a notification on my phone, or like one of you dickheads on message in the chat, and I just see it by accident. Yeah. So I'll be sitting with my coffee, and then like a message from you will pop up and say, "Whoa, what about Ohtani's third home run?" And I say, "Oh yeah, brilliant, thanks, Dylan." Completely ruined it. So if I do it, I'll have to like turn my phone off. But early Saturday morning, I should be able to manage it. I mean, even now we're trying to handicap this game, and I originally had handicapped Kevin Gausman for this game. Yeah, which I am now seeing confirmed for the Blue Jays is Trey Savage. Mm-hmm. So this is very much going to be a movable feast, but we've given it a go, Dylan. We'll get stuck into this game one. The NBA has tipped off this week. Subscribe to the NBA Gambling Podcast for daily picks. Tune into the NBA Gambling Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Skrills is with us live from the curb. Let's eat indeed, Skrills. I completely concur with that. If you are in the chat and you want to say hello, give us a shout. I'm just wondering if the odds have changed here then. No, I'm seeing exactly the same odds with your Savage as I saw before the Dodgers were confirmed. So this goes off at 1 o'clock in the morning. It is, or 8 p.m., sorry, for normal people. LA Dodgers at the Toronto Blue Jays. Blake Snell gets the start for the Dodgers. Trey Savage will go for the Blue Jays. Dodgers are minus 156. The Blue Jays are plus 130. The total sits at 7.5. D-Rock, Snell has been absolutely bulletproof in 3 starts. Your Savage was great, then was a little bit wobbly, and then was great again. What was your opening thoughts when you want to get stuck into this game?
I mean, I loved it. Honestly, I'm happy. I thought it was going to be Kevin Gausman as well, but I'm happy for Trey Savage. I mean, 22 years old, and he's going to be the second youngest Game 1 starter to pitch the World Series. So that's pretty cool. Happy for him as well. I thought it was going to be Kevin Gausman, but I think the odds for this, for the sidewise, I think they're spot on. I made the Dodgers a minus 150 favorite, plus 150 for the Blue Jays, but I do like the over. I like the over 7.5. My total came out to 7.9. I like the first 5 team total over for the Dodgers as well. I got it at minus 140 earlier in the day. It's up to minus 150, minus 154. So money is coming in on that. I don't mind laying the chalk here either. Ever since his postseason debut for Savage, he's given up 7 runs in 9 innings of work versus the Mariners, 2+ runs given up in back-to-back starts. And now he's going up against the Dodgers, and he hasn't faced an offense like the Dodgers yet. And I just honestly think this might be a bad spot for him, even at home. You know, Dodgers, they have been getting off to hot starts as well in this postseason. And I just think on the other side for Toronto, they're going up against Blake Snell, who he's nails right now. It's going to be hard to generate runs for them. Back-to-back scoreless outings for him. And he actually versed this Toronto team back in August. He threw 5 scoreless innings and 10 Ks as well. So I just see the Dodgers jumping on the Blue Jays early in this game. If there is a game the Blue Jays have to win, though, I think it is Game 1. But I think we see runs. I'm going to take Dodgers team total over 1.5 in the first 5. And I also like the over 7.5.
I mean, your Savage has got more postseason starts than regular season ones.
It's crazy. I mean,
absolutely insane, isn't it? Made his debut on, just having it, September the 15th, was it? Yeah. September the 15th. 3 starts in the regular season, and this will be his 4th start. Get stuck into it. Let me tell you that mybookie.ag is your best place to bet on football and anything else. Promo code is SGPN for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500. That's mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. And Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. You get the best prices. 35 states available. Download the Novig app. Get $50 when you spend $5 using our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig. Promo code SGPN. Yeah, if you want to concentrate on your Savage, it's 3 postseason starts. Obviously, everyone harks back to that October 5th start against the Yankees, 5 1/3, scoreless with 11 punchies, then got hit around for 5 earned runs against the Mariners first time. And then the second time against the Mariners was better, 5 2/3, 2 earned, 7 strikes. So kind of one incredibly good, one bad, and one which was just about good enough. He held Seattle well in that final one. Snell's been absolutely bulletproof, Dylan. 3 postseason starts for him, the last 2 of which have been scoreless. 28 strikeouts in those 3 outings as well. I made the note that he saw the Blue Jays once back in August, 5 scoreless with 10 punch-outs. I think that's incredibly important. What got me here, Dylan, was that my gut handicap, I had my gut handicap, like my instinct when I came in to start making notes, what I thought instinctively was then backed up by the stats. So actually, my picks came quite easily. Now, that doesn't mean the winners, but what it means is what I wanted to bet. Sometimes I talk myself out of, or the stats don't back it up and I have to look down another avenue. But what I wanted to bet here, the stats kind of backed me up. So I did make my picks quite easily. Like I say, whether or not they win or lose, I don't know. Dodgers on the money line, I think spot on. -156. Whether or not you can find that a little bit of a better price, and we'll get that 1.5 play. I think it's a fair price, Dylan, and I've got to go with the Dodgers here. 9-1 on the money line in the playoffs so far.
Yeah,
not really difficult to argue with that. They've outscored the opposition 46-17, and there's no holes in Blake Snell. Like, you just can't. He might have a bad start because anybody can have a bad start. But I don't think on the evidence you can, with any certainty, predict that he's going to have a bad start unless you think, as we talked about yesterday, the Blue Jays' aggressiveness will get to him. But you know what Snell's like. He nibbles around. And his breaking stuff, I think, is going to get to them. Those 10 strikeouts in 5 innings in August gives you that. So the Dodgers at -156. And for the total, I know you said you like the over, but I'm going to take the under 7.5 at even money. 6 of the last 8 World Series Game 1s have gone under. So 6 and 2 in the last 8 have gone under in this spot. So I am going to take the under 7.5. I also like the Dodgers first 5 -0.5. That's at a price of -120. The Dodgers have led after 5 innings in 7 of 10 of these postseason games, and they've held the opponent scoreless 4 times in the first 5 innings as well. So the Dodgers have a really good chance. We've seen the Blue Jays be able to turn it around. They've been competitive, but the Dodgers have been really good at getting out to a lead. So if the -156 is a little bit skinny for you, try the -120 on the Dodgers, -0.5 in the first 5. And we'll have a couple of little player props as well, maybe. Underdog, great place to play fantasy pick'em. Win up to 500 times your entry. Play $5, get $100 in bonus funds. The promo code is MLB SGPN. And Rhythm is crushing it in college football and NFL. Get yourself up the leaderboard, win $1,000. Promo code SGPN25. Download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm, use the promo code SGPN25. D-Rock, what other angles did you have in on this?
I kind of was looking at first inning result tie. You could get that at -154 as well. I do think both teams will be able to settle in early, especially in Toronto. So I had first inning tie, -154. I didn't mind. And I agree. I think the Dodgers are the right side. Snell, he's won 5 consecutive postseason starts. He's just nails right now, and I just don't know if you want to get in front of that. So I agree on the side. And yeah, those were the only 2 things I played. I played first 5 team total over for the Dodgers in the first inning tie, and you can get that at -150. It's a little chalky, but I probably, I know we did the future show, but I would argue I think you can make more money in the World Series going game to game. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's a reason we do these shows now on the day of the game. You can't handicap a playoff game before you know the. I mean, it sounds incredibly obvious, but you can't handicap a playoff game before you know what's happened the day before, because momentum is a real thing. You're looking to see who's hot. You're looking to see where the storylines are. You're looking to see even how a team approaches the result. Could quite easily be a false final, but our team approaches. We said we were impressed last time with what the Blue Jays done defensively, and we factored that into that Game 7 against the Mariners. So you definitely need to see what's going on. Player props for me, the first hitter I looked at was from the LA Dodgers, and it was Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman, 9 for 29. In fact, that was off Kevin Gausman, actually. So not particularly helpful in this spot. I mean, Gausman could easily follow your Savage in here. But minus 116 for over 1.5 hits, runs and ribbies for Freeman. And I quite fancied a little ladder there. So in that same market, over 2.5 is plus 170 and over 3.5 is plus 310. In a home run prop, I nearly went with Edman because he was a player that we both picked. You had him as MVP. I took him yesterday for most RBIs in the series. But I did pivot towards Max Muncy, who is 5-1 to hit a home run tomorrow. So Max Muncy would be my player there. And Blake Snell on the outs, we've seen, his game log in this series, in the playoffs has been absolutely ridiculous. Finally going 8 innings last time out. His line of outs is 17.5. And I just don't know why you wouldn't take it. I don't see a reason why. That's, 5 2/3. Snell's getting there, I would have thought, unless it goes completely wrong. So over 17.5 outs for Snell. Now, I'm just seeing if they've priced up your Savage on the outs market, because none of that was priced up earlier on. Let me see. Sorry, just heading down. I don't know if pitcher outs over under.
Yeah, they got it 14.5.
14.5 is the answer. Yeah, I would be sorely tempted by the under on your Savage there. He's gone under that 2 of the last 5. So 3 and 2 to the over, but not in this situation. This is an entirely different situation. And he will be on a short leave. So over on the Snell outs, under on the Savage outs. Freeman for the hits, runs, ribbies. And my home run prop, Dylan, will be Max Muncy.
I do like
the player stuff.
Yeah, I do like the Blake. I'm looking at the Blake Snell outs. He's averaging 19. I do like the 17.5. He's going to be rolling here. It's only at minus 115 as well. I think that's a very good price. So, yeah, I do like that. I went Blake Snell, though. I went over 6.5 strikeouts at plus money. I mean, we talked about it. He just had 10 back in August versus this team. So, and he's gone over this in 3 straight starts in the postseason. He had 9 against Cincinnati, 9 against Philly, and 10 against Milwaukee. He's just on fire right now. So 6.5, he's averaging 7.8 right now in the last 10. I just don't see how he doesn't do this. So over 6.5 strikeouts, I think it's correlated with your outs because we think he's going to go long. We don't think he's going to get into too much trouble here on the road. So yeah, over 6.5 strikeouts. I do like your outlook as well. For a hitter, I was looking at Will Smith. I think it's a good look for Will Smith. His over 1.5 HRR, and he's gone over this every game in that Milwaukee series. And he went over it one for 4 in that Philly series, but he's averaging 1.68 HRR. You can get that at minus 106, and I think he sees the ball really well. He's a good contact hitter. He could hit it into the gap, and I think guys around him, he could get on base. A double is going to wind up clearing this, and we get there. So I do like Will Smith 1.5 HRR. You get that at minus 106. And home run, I'm going to take Max Muncy plus 425. He just had a home run back in Game 2 versus the Dodgers on the road, and I think here in Game 1 he could get a hold of one as well versus Savage. And Savage has given up a home run in each of his last 2 starts versus the Mariners. This is a different beast in the Dodgers. So I think Max Muncy could get a hold of one, and it's at plus 425.
Will Smith was a player I nearly pulled the trigger on yesterday for my player props, and I ended up on Tommy Edman. But he came into the postseason injured, and now he started to see a few at-bats. Absolutely could get hot, Will Smith. I mean, you forget how good he is as well.
Yeah.
He's really top class. Because the rest of the lineup is so outstanding. I mean, Will Smith would be an absolute headliner in a ton of other...
him for the Mets.
Oh, yeah, you would. So, yeah, Will Smith is a great shout. And the team rides on Max Muncy, D-Rock. We both got on the same player there. Short and sweet. Did a little 20 minutes on game one. Just
So what are you going to decide to do? Any pubs open up at 1 a.m?
Me, I'm a fucking 50 years old. I can't be out at 1 a.m. That's no good for me at all.
No.
And I've got Bob's football the next day. And I've got to go to the match. I'm going to watch Newcastle in the afternoon. So, no pubs. What I reckon I'll do is make myself a coffee and a bacon sandwich at 8 a.m. Ignore whatever silly messages you've sent and try and just speed through and watch it minus the innings changes and the ad breaks, etc.
You could do that, right? Off the app, right?
It's on TNT. You've started covering it over here, so I can record it through the night. Nice. And then I can whiz through it. So, yeah, TNT, it's nice to get some actual baseball that I don't have to pay for more than I already pay extra for all the other sport.
I'll tell everybody in the group chat not to say anything.
Yeah, no spoilers, people. Yeah. Any of you knobbers who follow me on X or anything, I don't want to hear it. I could keep my phone off. I'm an old man. No one needs me for anything. So there you go. Yeah. I think Scott and Lonte are going to do game 2 on Saturday morning. So keep your notifications on and you'll find out just what time they're going to do game 2. D-Rock, do you have anything to tell the people before we let them go?
No, this is the best time of the year. We're finally made it World Series. It was a grind. I mean, we started back in April?
Yep.
With like all the preseason and futures. And this is what we made it for. So good luck. And hopefully we have a really long and competitive series. I don't want to sweep.
We'll finish with the prediction from Joe Neuenfeld in the chat. Welcome back, Joe. Not seen you for a little while. Blue Jays in 6, says Joe. Good luck. I don't know if you're a Blue Jays fan, Joe. We had Adam in the chat last night. He was nervous as a kitten to watch his Blue Jays. But yeah, that's exciting. So yeah, good luck, Joe. Thank you, Dylan. I will speak to you in the early part of next week when we know a little bit more than we do now. Good luck, everybody. I hope you enjoy the Fall Classic. Good luck with your bets. We will see you all down the road. Cheers.